What are your memories of your wrestling matches with the Road Warriors? You had a lot of matches with them when they first broke into the business in Georgia and stuff.
For their size and stuff back then, they were as good a team as there was out there, and they proved it. Hell, they sold out every building. Back when Barnett started to expand out of Georgia, that was what he expanded out with, was the Road Warriors. They were a great team.
Stan Hansen was down there at the time as well, I believe.
Yeah. Stan's another one of those guys that his style fits Japan perfectly.
He's made a career out of it.
Yeah. Never ever really got over that well here in the States.
Was it because he's difficult to work with as a wrestler, or is it just his style, or?
Just his style. You cannot, if you let Stan Hansen be Stan Hansen, he's fine.
Right.
But if you try to wrestle him, or it's just
too stiff
all together. Well, I never worried about anybody being stiff.
Right.
Nick Bockwinkel and myself wrestled him and Brody both in Japan, and both of them competing for that upper echelon spot. And we were over there on a tag team tournament series, and one night Nick would start, next night I would. Just out of respect for Nick, I allowed that to happen. And the night against Brody and Hansen, it wound up being Nick's turn to start. I said, Nick, you don't want to start this one, let me start it. He said, no, I'll take care of it. Oh, Christ almighty, they ate him like a pickled herring. Finally, he made it to me and tagged, and Brody was in there. And he tried to give me that boot in the gut, and I sidestepped it, twisted his ankle, put my heel about that far above his nose. I said, Frank, if you want this to go further, just tell me. So he tagged out, and Hansen came in, and I went to suplex Hansen, and he tried to sit down on me. So I just backed him up until he hit the rope. And when he hit the rope, he figured the referee's going to step in and say break. So as he stood up, I just took him up and over.
Awesome.
You had to assert to certain individuals you wouldn't tolerate that bullshit.
Right.
And once they knew that, you were fine.